Hi, I'm Joe Freeman of the Oregonian. This is Mike Richman of the Oregonian. It was probably harder than you expected. It was definitely uglier than you had expected. But in the end, the Blazers did win Game 6 against the shorthanded Los Angeles Clippers, 106-103. Their reward for such a astounding feat in this rebuilding season is a date with the reigning NBA champions, who just, oh by the way, happened to record 73 regular season wins, the most in NBA history. And if that weren't daunting enough, it happens in less than 2 days. 12:30 on Sunday at Oakland. Should be fun. It was definitely a fun game tonight.
Yeah, before we get there, here's how we got there. Damian Lillard came out hot right away, set the tone early. He kind of struggled early in games, not tonight. He was big early on, set the tone early, finished with a team high 28 points and 7 assists. CJ McCollum, his backcourt mate, also had a big game, had 20. And just sort of like we've seen the rest of the season, the others were really good. Mason Plumlee does what he does. He's now a rebounding machine, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 9 points. Allen Crabbe had a playoff career high, 13 off the bench. Mo Harkless, all of a sudden he's a three-point shooter, hit 4 threes, a career high in a regular season or postseason game. He was a monster and didn't even really play down the stretch. But it really came down to 2 huge free throws. The Blazers led by 7 in the fourth quarter. That all crumbled away. And with 30 seconds left, Mason Plumlee, a 64% free throw shooter, went to the line and hit both. The Blazers came away with a stop. Mason hit 1 more. A heave from Austin Rivers was off the mark. And that's it. You win the series. Simple as that.
And after spending 2 games as the favorites for the first time all season, the Blazers are much more comfortable in their preferred setting as an underdog, which they will be in spades heading into their matchup against the Golden State Warriors. And you heard a lot of guys talk about that in the post-game locker room. Ed Davis had a big speech about how no one in here thinks we're going to win this series, just like no one in here thought we were going to win all season. No one but the 15 guys in this locker room and the coaching staff. So they have that going for them. Damian Lillard brought it up about how it was weird that people thought they were the favorites. No one now thinks they're going to win. They're much more comfortable in this role, and rightfully so. The Golden State Warriors are a runaway locomotive, been unstoppable all season. Now, they will face the Blazers for at least 2 games without the game's best player, Steph Curry, who is still recovering from his his knee injury earlier in the first round series. But as Damian Lillard noted in his postgame availability, the Warriors still punked the Rockets by 25 points to take that series twice. The Blazers watched that, saw that, so they know there's a lot of talent still on that team. And further, while the Blazers have a less than 2-day turnaround to get ready for a new opponent that they haven't schemed for, that they haven't prepared for, that they've barely scouted, the Warriors have been sitting back, resting, waiting, and no doubt scheming for the Blazers, pretty much assuming that the shorthanded Clippers without Chris Paul and Blake Griffin were going to fall on this series. So what difference will that make? We will find out Sunday, 12:30, ABC?
I'm going to say ABC, yeah.
It's on ABC. This crazy Blazers storybook season continues, and we will talk to you later in the next round.